Chapter 4. Hours after his encounter with the traitors, Ash stood in his room alone, gazing out the window. He hadn't thought that seeing his former friends again after so many years would have such an effect on him, but it had. In a way, he probably should have expected it, but seeing them in person had filled him with a rage and hatred he hadn't felt for 15 years, at least not to this extent. It had been a little terrifying. For a few moments, he had truly felt as though he could hurt every single one of them without remorse.
What's going on with me? He wondered. Is that really me thinking like that? Would I really hurt them? I mean, they hurt me, yeah, but it's still a little scary to think of doing something like that to them. I'm not evil enough to hurt them, am I? And I hate remembering... Yeah.
This is Son of Sam or something. This is haunting. Oh, I think I made the joke last week that this is definitely going to be evidence. But yeah, this is how kill sprees start. Oh, all right, continue. Let's just keep going till somebody gets murdered in real life.
There's 16 chapters of this.
And I hate remembering all the good times I had with them. I wish I could just ask Mewtwo to remove them, but then I'd lose almost all of my identity.
Ash, are you all right? Ash turned around to see Greninja standing behind him, looking worried. He smiled weakly at the bipedal frog Pokemon.
I'm fine, Greninja,
he replied, though by Greninja's expression he could tell he hadn't convinced him.
Where are Pikachu and the others?
All outside playing, and don't change the subject, the Frog Ninja Pokemon answered, his tone taking on a scolding note at the end. I want to know the truth, Ash, and don't lie to me, because I can tell when you are. Ash sighed. He loved Greninja, but sometimes he was too perceptive for his own good.
I'm okay, really.
Greninja. Bang!
He said.
Right to Mount Moon.
But Greninja just fixed him with a stern glare, so he relented.
All right. I guess that's not entirely true. I'm okay considering.
Considering you just had a run-in with the traitors? Greninja finished.
Yeah.
The raven-haired man agreed.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
I get it, Greninja sighed. I feel the same way whenever I see one of my old trainers. Ash felt a twinge of surprise.
I didn't know that we had ever met any of your old trainers,
he noted. Then again, he supposed it wasn't entirely a surprise. After all, with all the traveling they had done in Kalos, they were bound to run into a few of Greninja's former trainers, if only in passing. That's because I never told you, the frog-like Pokemon informed him. I don't like to talk about them much. Not really a pleasant story, know what I'm saying? Ash nodded in understanding and went back to staring out the window. Greninja moved to stand beside him and placed an arm around his shoulder. They stood in silence for a few minutes before the Frog Ninja Pokemon finally spoke up again. Ash, I know you're worried, but what happened with them will never happen again, he said gently. No matter what happens, we're always going to be here for you. Ash smiled gratefully at his loyal water type, his words giving him renewed spirit. He looked at Greninja, whose eyes were swimming with understanding. One should never be fooled by Greninja's calm and almost alienating attitude. He had a gentle and caring side as well. Sometimes he reminded Ash that he also knew what it was like to be disappointed by people who were supposed to care about him, and that Ash's troubles in life probably paled in comparison to his. A true friend. True friend will always remind you that your troubles probably pale in comparison to theirs. Chapter 5. I can't believe how strong Ash has gotten, May murmured. The traitors were all sitting in Misty's hotel room. It had been several hours since their battle with Ash, and Max was still sulking about his loss. All right, it had been more than just a loss. It had been an absolute ass-kicking humiliation, which would explain why he was so sullen. I still say he cheated, Max snapped heatedly. There's no other way he could have beaten me. May sighed. Max, you're my brother, and I love you, but you can't go around accusing people of cheating just because you lost, she said tiredly. Even though Max was an adult now, he still acted like the immature 6-year-old he'd been when they first met Ash. Well, they do cheat, Max retorted. And why are you siding with Ash? We betrayed him, remember? I'm not siding with him, May snapped irritably, resisting the urge to slap her brother across the face. I'm just saying that it doesn't look good to throw a tantrum every time you lose to someone. Iris rolled her eyes. Honestly, you're both such little kids, she said irritably. Let's focus on the problem at hand, okay? We need to figure out a way to take down Ketchum once and for all. That won't be easy, Dawn said confidently. Oh, sorry, that will be easy, Dawn said confidently.
That won't be easy.
He had a lucky break today. When we get serious, we'll get him good.
Brock sighed. Dawn, he creamed us all today. What makes you think that was entirely due to luck? The Pokemon doctor asked dubiously. Dawn glared at him.
Well, what makes you think he could really be as strong as he looked today? Misty retorted in defense of Dawn. The last time we saw him, he was just a weakling who couldn't win a league to save his life.
But that was 15 years ago, Sillon pointed out.
Still,
Misty said, not wanting to believe that the boy she had betrayed had become more powerful than her.
There's no way Ash could possibly be that strong. Dawn's right, he just got lucky. We'll prove to him that he's still the weak trainer he always was.
The others nodded in agreement.
I'm glad we betrayed that loser,
Tracy declared.
Me too,
May agreed.
Now I have time to focus on my Pokemon contests.
And I have time to work on becoming a Pokemon doctor, Brock added.
And I've been spending my time training my Water-type Pokemon, Misty chimed in.
Our lives are so much better without Ash around, Iris said.
And Delia seems so much happier without him, said Misty. She doesn't have to be ashamed of her son anymore. Ash isn't her son anymore, though. He said so himself, May pointed out.
Misty shrugged.
So, same difference, she replied flippantly. The point is, Ash isn't dragging us down anymore. We all finally have time to focus on what's important.
The others sighed. They knew she was right, but they all wanted revenge on Ash for humiliating them like that. There was no why he was getting away with this. Max was all for running off to find his former idol right then and there, but May stopped him. Suddenly, Iris's eyes widened with anger.
I just thought of something, she yelled furiously. I'll bet that asshole has our missing Pokemon. I'll bet he's got Axew. That asshole, Dawn snarled furiously. I'll kill him with my bare hands if he has my Banerian Piplup.
Don't you mean Ursaring hands?
And he'd better not have Starmie.
That's the bear.
Misty
Pokemon.
spat. Yeah. It was funny. It was a good joke. Clenching her fists as her cheeks burned red with rage, the others backed away from her. She was a redhead, which said something about her temper. Norgalade, Max added angrily. Brock tried to calm the angry friends down. Calm down, guys, he said placatingly.
Placating? What does that sound like?
Sounds like someone saying, yeah. Calm down, guys. We'll just have to steal our Pokemon back from Ash or force him to return them to us.
I'm all for forcing him,
Misty growled. The mere chance we have of hurting him, the more chance we have of hurting him, the better.
How are we going to do that, though? Dawn asked. He's the leader of this region. He could arrest us if he wanted, and there's nothing anyone would be able to do about it.
We're going to have to confront him later during the tournament, Brock decided. We'll have to do it sometime when he's alone, though. Then he won't be able to call for reinforcements.
Who cares about that? Misty yelled. I want my Starmie back.
Calm down, Misty, Brock said calmly, used to the redhead's fiery temper by now. We won't have long to wait. Tell you what, we'll corner him tomorrow morning, okay? Does that work for you? Everyone nodded, even Misty, though she looked reluctant. She muttered something about ripping Ash limb from limb or stealing her precious Starmie as she paced back and forth across her room.
Jeez.
That Greninja.
Everybody's crazy?
All the traitors, obviously.
Oh, yeah, traitors.
That Greninja really was something else, though, Max remarked. Max scowled at her, still not over his loss. Oh, sorry, May remarked that, and Max scowled at her. It wasn't that great, he said grumpily.
Max, did you see the way Greninja destroyed all of our Pokemon? And Ash said he was only using the bare minimum of his power, his sister countered. Trust me, that Greninja is really powerful.
Max nodded, his eyes lighting up. You're right, and a weak Pokemon like that doesn't belong with Ketchum, he said determinedly. Okay. We're going to get that Greninja if it's the last thing we do. What happened to agreeing that he only won because he got lucky? Salon asked. May just shrugged. He did get lucky. Lucky to have a Greninja as powerful as that to bail him out, she answered. But that's going to change soon because we're going to take Greninja, Max added. A powerful Pokemon like him deserves only the best trainer, and that's me. Misty snorted. You? She asked incredulously.
Please, as a water-type gym leader, I should be the one to train Greninja.
You wish. You're not even half as strong as me, Max replied arrogantly.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, Pipsqueak.
That's rich coming from the girl whose sisters called you a runt.
Why, you... guys?
Iris said, cutting off Misty and Max's bickering. Shouldn't we focus on getting our Pokemon back first and stealing Greninja?
Yeah, you're right, Misty agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep so we'll be sharp in the morning. We have to be ready to deal with Ash. He won't know what hit him.
Top floor, here I come.
What did Max just say? He said he was you stronger than me?
Yeah. You're not even half as strong as me. Do we want to keep going with this one or switch over to something else?
I just finished my drawing for this one, so let's continue.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of want to see what happens. I mean, or not.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I into this now? Where am I? Someone tell me how to feel.
The following morning, Ash woke up to the sound of someone banging on his door. Yawning, he pulled on a jacket and baseball cap before opening the door to see the traitor standing there, looking ready to kill.
Out with it, Ketchum, Iris snapped, advancing towards him. Where's Axew? What have you done to him? Not here, and nothing, Ash replied honestly. He smirked inwardly. They were in for a very nasty shock when they find out where their missing Pokemon were. Misty scoffed. Don't try to lie, loser. We know that you have our missing Pokemon, she sneered. So I suggest you give them back before you... I never said I didn't have them, did I? Ash interrupted. The traitors looked confused.
Why wasn't he trying to deny anything? He had more or less just admitted to stealing their Pokemon.
Why are you telling us this?
May stammered, looking bewildered.
It's simple, really,
Ash told her, shrugging. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Max trying to sneak past him and promptly used his aura to knock the idiot on his rear.
Nice try, brat, but you're not sneaking anywhere around me.
Max scowled at him, struggling back to his feet. So where are our Pokemon? He snapped. Give them back right now! There, you can put that in the bubble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, give back Axew,
Iris yelled. Ash sighed and rolled his eyes.
I don't have Axew, Iris,
he said irritably. Iris looked confused.
I am Axew.
Yeah.
But you just said... I know what I said,
the raven-haired man interrupted.
And since you're obviously too dumb to understand what I meant, I'll just show you for myself. Everyone, come on out and say hi.
There were several flashes of light as every single one of Ash's Pokemon, not including the legendary Pokemon, popped out of their Pokeballs and moved to stand next to or around their trainer. The trader's eyes widened at the sight of the Pokemon standing in a line directly in front of Ash. There was a Haxorus, Starmie, Empoleon, Gallade, Lopunny, and Emolga.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go with the names. I love it. This is what I'm here for.
Iris whispered. How do you whisper wah?
What, Axew?
Iris whispered, staring at Haxorus in disbelief. Axew evolves into Haxorus, I assume.
You evolved?
Of course I did. I said I wanted to, didn't I?
Haxorus replied. Of course, all Iris heard was, Haxorus. Iris beamed and held out her arms.
Oh, Haxorus, that's wonderful. Don't worry, you can come home with me now, she said happily.
No way, bitch. I'd never go with you, even if my life depended on it. You mean nothing to me anymore. Ash is my trainer now, and he's a better one than you could ever hope to be. You will never be a Dragon Master, so you should just give up. You failed to make me evolve, and Ash did it in no time at all. He knows how to bring out a Pokemon's true power, Haxorus snarled. Iris still couldn't understand exactly what her former partner was saying, but the pure hatred in Haxorus's eyes as he looked at her was more than enough to get the point across. Ash took great pleasure in seeing the way her shoulders slumped and she bowed her head in defeat.
Starmie?
Misty stammered.
What about you? Will you come back to me?
What should Starmie sound like?
No way in hell! I'd rather die than go back to you.
Oh, that's what a Starmie looks like?
Yep.
Starfish?
Yeah, that's like a crystal in the middle.
You're the Magikarp of gym leaders.
Starmie sneered, firmly turning her back on her former trainer. Misty gaped at her in disbelief, tears filling her eyes. Ash smirked at the look on her face.
Piplup, you evolved too,
Dawn whispered, looking at the Empoleon that had once been her partner Piplup. Empoleon just glared at her, but Dawn wasn't about to give up.
Come back to me, please. You'll be happy with me, I promise.
No, sorry. See, I'm not exactly in the business of joining up with people who betray their friends,
Empoleon spat. Like Starmie, he turned his back on Dawn and stuck his nose in the air. Dawn fell to her knees, crying uncontrollably. Ash and his Pokemon laughed at her, even Greninja, who would normally never do such a thing. What have you done, Ketchum? Max shouted, moving as if to attack him. You've turned our Pokemon against us.
Please,
Ash didn't turn us against anyone. You did that all by yourselves when you betrayed him, Lopenny scoffed. Oh, man. I have a feeling that whatever voice Halucha would have would be some kind of racist stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just
get to it.
Those guys really are stupid. I don't know. Does that sound like a luchador bird to you? Strong bad?
I really don't know.
Those guys really are stupid, Halucha remarked to Wyvern,
Strong bad.
who was standing beside him. Emolga, please, Iris whispered. Haxorus, you guys have to come back. I don't even remember. What is a Molga?
A flying squirrel.
Oh, right. So like Rocket J Squirrel. Sort of.
Yep.
I don't think I can do
Holy
it.
smokes, Bullwinkle!
Oh, we don't have to do anything you say, bitch face.
How common is this kind of talk to the Pokemon parlance?
Well, it's not exactly canon.
Yeah, okay. It seemed like they were the last
Ash is our trainer now.
bitch.
We listen to
Stung
him
my
and
ears a
his
little.
family only.
Okay,
Emolga snapped. But Iris didn't seem to have anything to say and simply fell silent, a devastated look on her face. Enough, Brock snapped. Don't forget what else we came here for, everyone. At that, the heartbroken traitors nodded, though Ash could tell it took effort. Right,
To nod?
Dawn sniffed, wiping her eyes. I would love to do the Detective Pikachu voice for Pikachu, but I don't know if I can.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, I don't know if I can make Ryan Reynolds distinct enough.
Well, then do...
Just love yourself a lot.
Then just do Danny DeVito.
Okay. Oh, great. That's, yeah. Oh, great. They're up to something else, too. Pikachu groaned. Can't expect less from traitors, though. May we have the honors, Ash? Empoleon asked. Ash nodded his approval and smirked at the traitors.
Empoleon, Haxorus, Gallade, Emolga, Starmie, Lopunny, attack!
He roared. The traitors didn't even have time to cry out in protest before their former Pokemon friends launched several different attacks on them, solidifying the end of their bonds with them. They turned away and left, broken, defeated, and yearning for revenge.
Crap. Is it the end? Or do
That's
they
the end of the chapter.
get revenge?
I guess we'll switch over. Maybe I'll do our Queen and the Bad Man.
Okay.
So if you remember last time, there was a lot of, you don't even know my hobbies. And
Are we going to learn their hobbies?
I hope in one of these chapters... Okay, I'm just going to dive into it. The Queen and the Bad Man, Part 3. Looks like you're not so bad as far as paper goes. I'm not sure what that means. He's paper now, I guess. Bullied a couple... Maybe it means like on
cards?
paper you're not so bad.
Oh. I thought there was like maybe a rock, paper, scissors contest we missed. So, yeah, well, I'm scissors.
Looks like you're not so bad as far as paper goes. Bullied a couple of kids years back, and I'm not pleased at all because they're kids I know, but they're a tough pair and I lost to them 3 times in a row before I won. That was back when we were still building my runner, back when I had less than half of the cards I have now and maybe a smidge more than half the friends. But you guys lost to all the important folk, Firago and Corse, and they might rule the underground, but they're decent folk. And Angie and Nelson and Larry and Lug, and that's all the under the carpet duels. Quite a few inmates at the prison know of you. The guard's a friend of mine too, you know, after I beat their security bot and let him in after he got himself locked out. The bot's a friend as well. Security fixed him up, and then the deck got shuffled about and wound up in front of another famous dual runner track. But I wouldn't recommend relocating there. Akiza's almost as tough a girl as they come, and I'm sure you know of her. The Black Rose ring a bell? They'll give any boyfriend I find a thorough raking before he passes, and he'll have to be made of stern stuff to survive, let alone intact. But how did I even get to that topic? I've no interest in a date at this point in time. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I was talking about that sad little record of yours. I mean, seriously, don't you have any pride? If it weren't for Nicholas, I doubt you would have even accomplished the little claim to fame you have, and it's no claim to be proud of. I mean, was even the point? You could only win so much money from a little kid. A lack of humiliation for once in your career was all you got. You get booted out of the underground league and resort to picking unsuspecting folk off the mountain pass. But you know it's a bad road, so you'd barely find anyone now. Or maybe you came here before, when the dual runner shop was still open, still bringing in folk you could clumsily woe, and those who fell off your charms... Sorry. I'm guessing she meant woo? Clumsily woo?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And those who fell for your charms must have been pretty clueless to do so, considering what I've seen, what proof I have, and what I've been told. You're not so bad as far as bad goes, but you're not good either, which makes you a waste of space in the end, the sort that's brushed aside, the sort that can become dangerous if left to grow. And I said I wasn't a gardener, and I'm not. But I have my shears out nonetheless, because you're the first weed I came across when coming up to the mountain path. It's a strong and tender path, so it's a shame to have a weed growing there.
Well, I thought it was paper. Either way, shears will work.
Though, if you're smart, you'll relocate after that defeat. Part 4. You're not that smart, it seems. Not only are you still there, waiting, but you challenge me again. What makes you think you'll win this time? Your deck looks the same, your pickup line's the same as well. I guess I'll humor you, though. You're still the same stain that for some reason it irks me to see you there, irks me to listen to you. Still thinking I'm weak with that mediocre brain of yours? You'd think you'd remember a 5-match loss, and without a single life point from your opponent, it lost as well. That's You're the Hunter from the Future, by the way.
Oh.
It doesn't matter, I guess. I won't back down from any duel, least of all someone like you who really needs to be taught a lesson, and it looks like I'm the appointed teacher for you. But I may as well get something for my pay. I've got lots of cards and strategies I'm yet to use after all, and you spent so long in fruitless defense, I wonder what else you have. We'll see now, I suppose. Let's try something with a few more chains and less flair this time. We'll duel, and we'll duel with a lockdown this time. It takes a bit, but not terribly long. You get Speedstorm in, which isn't a hard task in the end, except when to draw it out at first, but to beat someone with that one card will take more time than I'll give. I'm not generous, you know. I'll give you a bit of time, perhaps, but not enough to cost me. Only what I can afford before I think it might be a challenge to come back, after all. Ugh. I won't just throw the duel, but still, I had the cards 3 turns before I summoned Plasma out to ruin all your traps, and Royal Decree and Horus were already there to take care of all the rest. They take a while. Plasma needs 3 sacrificed on its own, but at least Royal Decree is an easy draw, especially with a certain cat to help it on its way.
Okay.
I think you know the cat.
Cool cat. He likes to rock and roll and play the drums.
Yeah. I've seen no such strategy from you yet, planting bombs under my monsters until Plasma drew a red sign over all of them, leaving traps to switch my monsters' modes as though they'll slow and then stand still with age, and the rare spell that you waste on forcing my monster to its knees instead of delivering a useful blow. And then there's Speedstorm. Why play all these tricks? I wonder why I care. I've seen all sorts of duelists, good ones, bad ones, and decks as well, and tricks like yours will take a long time to bear spoilt fruit, if they ever do. Why keep at it? And why be so arrogant you call every opponent and passerby weak, when you can be knocked into the dust in a few short turns, and you don't have the deck to back it up, and here's victory number 3 for me to chew upon. Blah. Blah. And here's victory number 3 for me to chew upon. I like the idea of writing a poem to this NPC that she has to face time and again, presumably, in the game. But it's also hilarious to me to think about this guy actually just being a mindless NPC, like a robot in this world, and she's like spending all this time trying to pick him apart, and he's just like,
yeah.
So it's just Husk standing there, and she's rap battling it, and it just sort of sits there. Yeah, all right.
And check
your
this
move,
out.
so
check out what my deck could do. If I had a cat, oh man, you'd be dead. You know the cat.
Got one more section here. Part 5.
Okay.
This is a short one, though. And you say it again. I need new hobbies. You're weak. You need new hobbies. Ha ha ha. There it is again. He said it again. You say it with a glint as though you see something I've missed throughout the brawl. Ridiculous. I'm not the one who wasted 3 traps when you only needed 1, and a better one would have seen you last a longer match. Fiendish Chain, I'll give you, is at least a catchy one. But there are staple cards in every deck to take care of that, and Speed World 2 as well. And why play a monster with only 100 points in attack mode when you can't use its effect or defend it with a timely placed trap? Why lay out bait when you can't follow through with the net? You're mind-boggling. How did you even survive this long with these sorts of skills? Why hasn't the mountain run you off the road already? Even your 2 friends aren't so bad. At least they managed to summon out an attacking monster once per duel, and occasionally they can take a monster of mine to the grave. Something that calls for backup or has a useful destructive effect for the most part. A trap like the traps you like to hide beneath your monster cards, except you always fall for them, and I don't. I know what to expect. I guess I can't blame you lot for falling for these traps, though. It's rarely the same deck. Multitasking, I guess. I may as well make use of your challenge. I can earn more credits elsewhere after all and gain more of a challenge too. Instead, I'll take my spares. The school could use them, or the duel shop. That rental tournament so long ago, had lit a fire that I'd almost let smolder out. And I've got the cards to spare and the time as well. Maybe I'll even make a deck that can match yours, draw the match out longer. All the things that can become a challenge nowadays. If you're fool enough to challenge me next time, at least. The.
This is the author yelling at his 3DS.
Yep.
If you're fool enough to challenge me, yes, that's exactly what it's programmed to do. It's going to challenge you again because it knows nothing else.
All
But I
right.
smack talked it.
Part 6. Did you
Oh,
even try? At least your friends say they'll advance, though they've no shortage of arrogance between themselves. They can at least be annoying for a while, and yet you're the first in line, the first to challenge me, the one who says I'm weak, the one who criticizes my hobbies, which you still don't know when you lose. I don't get you. I just don't get you, and I don't need to as well, because the moment there's any notion of trouble in this bottleneck, I know who'll be the cause, and then I'll deal with you. And you won't be able to stand when I do. I wonder, will you say the same thing then? That I'm weak? That I need better hobbies than you say you claim to have? Where are these weak victims of yours? If you had one and he wasn't weak, and that was so many years ago. Oh, sorry, you had one and he wasn't weak, and that was so many years ago. You've lost every other thing. Is there an inner masochist in you that riles up people to see you lose? Is this some sort of game to you? Is Duel Monsters a game to you? You fought harder in the tournament, though it was still an easy win. What's with now? How many duels have we fought? I'm playing you with decks for an 8-year-old, and I still win with more than half my points intact. Where's your pride? I know I've asked you before, but I haven't seen a speck of it yet. Just arrogance. And dueling you isn't giving me an answer this time. Not like with Sherry and Ransborg.
Yeah.
Not like Team New World. Not like the sad old ghost who now has a better home.
Are these shout-outs to players or something?
Oh.
Just like, oh my God, Team New World, they mentioned us.
The sad old ghost.
That old ghost.
Where's
That's
your
a young
answer then?
ghost?
Not in your past, not in your deck, and your friends eye us like we're putting on a show for them. And maybe we are. It better not be the dress, or I'm going to have a few extra words to Jack about his designing skills, and his people skills, though at least he has the skills to back it up.
What?
I don't know.
He has the skills to back up his people skills?
His lack of people skills. And at least when we crush you in a tag team, Nicholas has the grace to groan about his fall from grace. Yeah, no, I read that right. Nicholas has the grace to groan about his fall from grace. Not that he ever seemed to have any grace, but you've got that patronizing shake of the head still there. And I'm tempted to tell Jack he can feel free to punch it out of you because it and you are really starting to get on my nerves. That's the end.
Okay.
We'll wrap up with the last 3 sections next week.
Okay.
Is this a game to you?
I mean, yes. I mean, I thought it was a game. Is this not a game? And they keep talking about winning or losing. It is a game. It meets all the criteria.
Tracy, is there one that you want to read? Do you have one?
Here's one.
Okay.
I guess I'll share that window.
The Lady in the Water fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I've never actually seen this film.
Really?
You guys are working on it's like your second pass of it?
Technically
Right?
third, but
No,
it was
actually
one
it's
of
a
our
third.
first.
Now, all right, run me through the plot really quick, since I know you know it well.
Okay, well,
pitch,
the Lady
in the Water.
The Lady in the Water is about Cleveland Heap, who's played by Paul Giamatti. He runs an apartment complex, and one day, after the pool man complains about the water being very slippery in the pool.
Well, yeah.
Yes. And so Mr. Heat finds a woman, Bryce Dallas Howard, in his pool. She is a narf, which is a sea nymph sent to the world of man to something.
To
help him find his
When you
purpose.
say in the pool, do you mean floating or like at the bottom?
In a hole at the bottom.
She's like dug a nest.
Dug a nest.
And wouldn't the water leak out, or does that feed to the ocean supposedly? Is it McElligot's pool where it just?
It's written by M. Night Shyamalan, so stop asking these questions.
I'm sorry. I should have known. I apologize.
Where is your whimsy, Drew?
Okay, so anyway, she's also here to inspire a writer to write a work that will save the world. That writer, of course, played by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, all right. Son of a...
And so this is a retelling. Oh, wait, no, this isn't. Okay, so first you need to know that scrunts can lie completely flat. Their backs are covered in grass.
That's the number one thing about scrunts.
Okay, that is why no one ever sees them. They will appear as a bump in the lawns. So this story is about the author encountering a scrunt.
Scrunt.
So here we go. The butterflies danced amongst the flowers by the whistling cool wind that brushed through the trees, landing ever so gently upon the blue water. I paced round the pool, brushing up the long twigs with the breeze brushing through my hair, but as nice as it was, it never lifted a smile. I was alone. Just me and the house, just an ordinary bungalow, nothing special. I reached down, scraping up what was left of the leaves, my elbow nearly meeting the surface. Sighing, I went back, checking the pool temp, and still nothing had changed, just weird water dripping down between my fingers. Dipping my hand, the water felt strange. It was almost thick and sludgy and almost misty, like cleaning oil. Confused, I checked the sweeper reaching into the pipe. It was clogged by something hairy and thick. A dead mouse or a patch of grass, I thought to myself. My eyes narrowed further down, pulling out the clog. A stroke of chestnut red hair dangled from my fingers.
That's what it's called.
Sitting at my desk without any explanation. I only guessed it was the neighbor's cat or maybe a fox that got lost from the forest. Without any answers, I rested my elbow, simply listening to the TV echoing the hallway. The house was completely empty, not even a drip from the shower or rumblings of an engine. My parents were out together for a weekend and my sister at her boyfriend's for the whole summer, leaving me alone with nothing but the same boring house and the blank white sheets of paper just waiting to be used. For hours, I tried to write and sketch, only scrunching them up from the nerving block inside my brain, almost as blank as the paper themselves. It was even hard to try and imagine. Leaning back, my stomach ached from a sharp pain startling my heart. After a while, it calmed, gently rubbing the bumpy scar against my skin. Staring at it only gave me bad memories I didn't want to relive, like rewatching a horror film. Sighing without any, though, I shut my eyes, letting the silence drift me away. I awoke suddenly from a sharp splash, startled my eyes meet the orange streetlight within the night. Peering out, the pool rippled as if someone had jumped with my heart still beating. I rushed out into the hallway, sliding open the door. "Hello? Hello?" I called out. Still silent. My eyes shifted to the bushes crossing over the gravel beneath the dark trees. All I could find was a blackness I could barely make out. I swear if it's... The pavement was wet with freshly made puddles surrounding the poolside. Great. Rolling my eyes, about to reach for the brush, I caught my sister's hand mirror laid up out upon the chair. I picked it up covered in more sludgy liquid without the slightest curiosity of how it got there. Perhaps it slipped my sight. It was then when I stared into the mirror my heart paced when I met its eyes staring back at me within the grass. I couldn't move, as if I were frozen by the night. Those eyes glared at me, glowing in a blood-red anger unnatural to me. Very slowly, without blinking, my sight met the red gaze from a mound within the grass, as if ambushing. The eyes met mine, and the mound began to move. I crept slowly, trying to reach the brush, but suddenly it barked like a ferocious feral dog. I reached my leg out slowly as it watched. The mound began to rise like a lizard emerging from the river. Its back sprouted sharp blades of grass hunched down like the hump of a hyena. Those eyes became a long snout, peeling back Yes, those eyes became a long snout, peeling back its mossy green lips, baring its yellow-stained fangs. It was as big as any dog I'd ever seen, and yet I couldn't make out what it was. I moved forward with strong, black-clawed feet, swaying its long, thorn-bush-looking tail. He became the Scrunt during that sentence.
No, it said it moved forward.
Sorry. It moved forward with strong, black-clawed feet, swaying its long, thorn-bush-looking tail. The creature stared at me, bristling its grassy hide, with growls so deep it pierced my ears. So it's like booming like some obnoxious asshole's bass in his car.
Yeah.
I carefully hunched down my knees, nearly touching my chest. The creature almost reached the pavement. I grabbed the pole, throwing it at the creature. Startled, the monster roared, leaping over the pool. I leaped, hearing it crash into the chairs. I ran with my heart in my heart.
No.
The creature shook off, swiping away the table with its paw, with me its red gaze. I could hear its claws clanking against the ground. Without looking, and my feet scratched beneath, I reached for the door. But suddenly, the mirror within the glass reflected the glowing eyes, losing my step. A hand grabbed my arm, dripping from the tips. I turned, and my head met the glass.
Mr. Glass?
Oh!
And it shattered into pieces. That's it.
Wow.
That's
okay. Part one.
Right.
That's part one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the
never
twist
read
is
a
going to be
second
this
part,
is the
did they?
Falwell's pool boy. You know how they have that sort of third wheel to the marriage, who's the pool boy, and they pay $1 million to take care of the pool. What if he's the one who found the Scrunt? I'm writing my own fan fiction.
Oh my gosh.
That's my pitch. You know, I'm working on it as.
All right, that's all I've got.
All right.
Okay. Then I will take it away with Yu-Gi-Oh! The Legendary Tale of the Millennium Boob by Chesmeralda Thunderdome. We just found, is there a story to how this one was came into your possession this week?
I was on the side of the road and a big truck blew by and it just kind of like fell off of a mud flap.
Fresh from the mud
Or was
flap.
it the mud flap?
When we last left our heroes, Mai had just played her very own magical sleeved wizard. This made Joey very nervous. Oh, Tracy, are you going to illustrate this?
Yes.
Okay, sleeved wizard. This made Joey nervous. He was nervous about his sister, Serenity. She needed eye surgery for her eyes, which are bad in some way, where she has to wear bandages on them. Joey is also worried about Yugi's grandfather, Taya, Tristan's cat,
Yeah,
Sprinkles,
here we go.
Tristan's cat, Tristan's other cat, Banana, Joey's mom, who is also his sister, Serenity's mom, their dad, their grandfather, their grandmother, their great-grandmother, their great-great-grandmother. Joey thought on and on about a list of names while Mai began hand-drawing around another shadow card. Yugi, being all deep-voiced and pointy, says, "Wait!" Everyone looks at him. "Mai, what are you doing?" Yugi asks. Mai has been caught. She is shocked that Yugi saw her cheat, but she is going to try to get away with it anyway. Bah. She's going to try to get away with it anyway. "I don't know what you mean, Yugi boy," she taunts. "I was just about to play my special secret card, face down, and end my turn. You're worried over nothing." But Yugi is too pointy to believe any of this. "No, Mai, I saw you. You're not using a shadow deck." Everyone gasps and pees a little. "Mai is cheating. She's using fake cards to trap Joey." More gasping happens. The camera does that thing where it looks like it's going to look up from the ground, but it only looks up halfway the first 2 times until it actually looks up all the way on the 3rd time. This makes the scene suspenseful. Trust me, it looks really cool and dramatic when the camera does the boom or jib or pan or dolly or tilt or truck or roll or dab. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Yugi saw Mai cheating and he was all F that S. Okay, so after that, Mai is like, "Maybe I am cheating, but what are you going to do about it? You're not dueling me, Yugi, and Joey is a weak little dog who eats dog food and sleeps outside." Her shirt begins to glow, the power of her Millennium boob. Joey is upset that Mai called him a dog. "Hey!" he shouts. "I get enough of that from Kaiba. I don't need you calling me a sad little puppy neither." Mai could not care less that Joey is speaking. She groans. "Are you going to play your card or not, baby dog puppy boy?" The camera closes in on Joey's face. It is covered in lines and sweat. "What am I gonna do?" he wonders to himself. Mai is cheating and none of my real cards will be strong enough to take her out. Especially not with that Millennium boob. My sister." Just then, Yugi realizes Joey is going to talk about Serenity. "I can't let that happen," he thinks. "I have to turn this duel around." He grabs a pen and some notebook paper. Taya and Tristan look confused. What are you doing, Yug?" asks Tristan, his hair stupid and his voice terrible. Taya says, "Yugi, are you thinking of cheating?" Yugi is smugly drawing away. He is believing in the heart of the cards. It's somehow helping him even though he is cheating and not dueling anyone. Yugi draws. Tristan and Taya look on. Joey is sweating and covered in face lines. Mai is bored and texting. Minutes later, Yugi shouts, "Aha, Joey! I know how I can help you now." Joey nods. He was about to forfeit or cry, but Yugi came to his rescue yet again. "I knew I could count on you, Yug," Joey shouted, tears and lines falling from his face. Yugi takes the paper he just drew on. He squints his eyes and throws the paper to Joey with all his might, believing in the heart of the cards. The paper glides out of Yugi's hand, up at first, then flipping over gently before falling back towards Yugi and landing at his feet. Everyone totally saw it. Yugi is ashamed. He let his grandfather down, and he hadn't even gotten to Pegasus yet. Taya covers her mouth, shocked. Tristan looks away. He wonders why he ever left his cats. Mai hasn't noticed anything in the past few minutes because she's taking selfies. Joey is embarrassed for Yugi, but he wants to win, so he asks, Yug? What was that?" Yugi has all the lines on his face. He growls, Nothing. Yugi needs to get the paper to Joey, but how? That's when it hits him. Joey, he yells, I'll let you use my best card, the Cursive Dragon. Yugi wraps his card in the paper and tries to throw it again. It flies like a professional paraglider straight into Joey's hand. I got it, he shouts before he unfolds the paper and the card within. Now I'm gonna win, Mai. Your cheating won't stop me. I play the Cursive Dragon, and I play this card face down. Joey plays Yugi's card. The Cursive Dragon appears on the board. It's glowing and wiggling and very professional. Joey has also played the card Yugi has drawn, not telling anyone what it is or does. Mai, it's your turn? Mai laughs quietly, then louder. Then she's laughing like way too much. She's just laughing. Her shirt is glowing and she begins to float and scream as her Millennium Boob begins to activate. Mai and Joey are now trapped in the Shadow Realm. There is a big purple tornado bubble all over the field/board thingy. No one can see them anymore, but they all believe in the heart of the cards, so everything will probably be okay. Or will it? Author's note, if you want the next chapter, meet me by the trash cans at midnight. Bring potato chips. Chesmeralda Thunderdome. Huzzah! All right, well, with 40 minutes left, we've run out of material. Unless we want to
But
just...
luckily, we ran out of fans long before.
No, we've got 5 now. We're actually...
Whoa!
Okay, do we want to just, like, troll fanfiction.net? Go rogue? Let's go to Justin Stories New. Mario. Rated T for teen.
It's humor.
What's that?
I found one where Zelda's name is Zelda Hyrule.
Huh.
I guess that's actually true, but that doesn't sound good at all.
It sounds bad. Yeah. Maybe in Japanese it's Hyrule Zelda. Slightly better. While at a hotel before a golf tournament, Mario and friends get their rooms mixed up, and Mario ends up paired with Bowser. The Koopa King certainly isn't too happy about that. Can the two get along for the night? Romance.
Oh, I know Mario probably plugs the drain, right? All that thick Italian hair.
Okay,
Caillou's
well,
Playdate
let's
with Cool Cat 9.
let's do this Mario one.
Okay. Ends covered.
I'll take some characters. I'll take I don't know. I guess we'll just split it up as they come up,
link
right?
in the chat. Good job putting the lines all over Joey's face, by the way.
Yeah, I got
So many
as many
lines.
as you can do, actually. This program allows a lot, but that's the most you can do.
Hinge covers. Author's note. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is mostly just an excuse story so I can play with the sharing a bed trope. And I even kind of failed at that one too, lol. But it was fun. And it's a story to plop up. Before I miss Bowser Day. So
Plop down more.
post it all the same. Enjoy reading. He doesn't plop things down. Plops things up.
You always want to plop up. That's the moral thing to do.
Always. Ellipsis. It started with an ellipsis. A small bus pulled up in front of a grand hotel as Toads and Koopas lined up and cheered. The latest golf tournament for the Mushroom Kingdom's biggest names was set to begin tomorrow, and the players had just arrived. Some Piantas were wearing security shirts ushered the bubbly fans aside, clearing the path for the players to the hotel. Piantas are like they're from Super Mario Sunshine. They're big.
They've got palm trees on their head.
Yeah, with palm trees on their head. Mario rolled his shoulders as he hopped off the bus. He spun around as Luigi and Peach followed, as they watched the hotel's toads unload the golf clubs and luggage. Okay, now which voices do you want?
Well, let's see. Daisy. Hi, I'm Daisy.
Hi, I'm Daisy. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Go ahead.
Oh man, this is going to be great.
Daisy jumped from the bus and threw her arms into the air.
I've been waiting to tee off for ages.
I am still a bit new to all of this, murmured Rosalina as she drifted off of the bus. She hovers everywhere, so you know.
She flies.
Why are we out here rather than at the courses that Peach designed?
We should be playing those a little later,
explained Peach. Good.
Normally, everyone likes to start it off easy, so we tried gentle forest and grassland courses.
She pointed beyond the hotel.
It's actually not that far from here, and we might be able to get a nice view from here, at least for the first few courses.
Ah.
Who the hell's that?
I'm betting you'll do the best Luigi voice.
Oh, our bus was the last one to get here,
pointed out Luigi as he watched the other two ride off.
That means Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and the others are already here.
I have no idea who's talking. Then
Let's
what
just
are we
make it a
waiting
toad.
for? What?
Let's make it a toad.
A toad?
Let's just make it a random toad. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
There you go. Daisy. I guess that's Luigi
Who the
again?
hell? Daisy, we're not even playing yet.
Oh, so that must have been Daisy saying that.
Okay.
Who cares? Daisy lifted a fist.
We have to get into the mindset of winning if we want to come out on top, and that goes for everything from now until the end of the tournament.
Does that mean we are already doing poorly? Rosalina placed a finger on her lower lip. Luigi is right that we arrived last.
That one was out of our control.
Daisy folded her arms behind her neck.
Like they do in animes and never in real life.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's always doing this.
Come on, let's just get inside and get to our rooms.
She pulled them back around and slammed a fist into her palm.
Then we'll start crushing everyone and everything else. We'll start by devouring dinner even faster than Yoshi and Birdo.
Luigi lowered his eyes and hunched over while Peach cupped her hands together, both frowning at Daisy's energy.
There is literally no point to that. Brief victory sees victory. I don't know who's talking.
No idea.
Please remember to take a deep breath, Daisy. You know it. Now come on, I'll race you guys inside. It's only golf, Daisy. Oh!
Two toads yelped as Daisy rocketed past them, nearly causing them to spill their luggage. Rosalina blinked at the sight, while Peach covered her mouth and Luigi groaned. They started after Daisy, but Rosalina stopped and turned, spotting Mario waving and signing autographs for eager fans. She smiled and floated over to him. This is Rosalina? Okay. Everyone is heading in, Mario. Let's not fall behind. He turned back and smirked to her. There will be... I mean, is this she still talking?
Rosalina.
Is this Mario?
Mario hasn't spoken yet.
Oh, there will be plenty of time for meet and greets later. No, that's got to be Rosalina.
That's Rosalina.
Okay. There will be plenty of time for meet and greets later, I am sure. Nodding, Mario followed Rosalina to the towering red and white hotel. Both entered and glanced around the bright lobby. Most of the crowd was kept away from it at this time, while the golfers were getting their rooms From the main desk, Donkey Kong scratched his head while Yoshi and Birdo swapped between talking with them and the Koopa clerk trying to help them. Diddy Kong leaned against him and ate a banana, having lost interest in the room discussion. Wario and Waluigi argued with one another, while the Toad clerk serving them slowly dropped his head against the desk.
This is Bowser, apparently.
Okay, eventually we learn that this voice is Bowser.
Well, if it isn't Mario, who would have guessed?
Rosalina and Mario stopped as Mario inhaled and exhaled, lowering his eyes as he turned to the taunting voice. Bowser glared and folded his arms, chuckling at the duo. His son Junior hopped about, but then glanced at his father and mimicked his pose.
You might think you're going to win this tournament, but with my troops around, you've got another thing coming, Bowser snorted. Between the four of us, you and your friends will be crushed in no time at all.
Tick Jr.
Oh, boy. Papa and I are going to clobber all of you!
And it's Luigi.
Why does everyone take Goldfinger so seriously?
Luigi strolled over to the group.
You all look ridiculous getting so worked up. This is Boo, apparently.
Like how you look plundering mansions? Hee.
Luigi yelped and dove behind Mario, quaking from the voice. Boo materialized before them, cackling as he floated to Bowser's side.
Who invited you?
Luigi peeked out from behind Mario.
Is King Boo here too?
Gee, wouldn't you like to know?
Can it, Boo?
Snapped Junior.
Papa's busy threatening Mario. It's still literally good golf.
Luigi ducked behind Mario.
I don't get why any of yours is so hyped up over this.
It does seem silly to treat such a sport as a monumental event, agreed Rosalina.
Hey, anything where I can prove my dominance against Mario is worth being treated with importance, defended Bowser. Just wait, we'll destroy the courses.
Please, not literally,
Okay.
requested Mario. I guess you better take... Actually, I'd prefer
Mario?
if you took Bowser.
Okay.
Do you think you can do that? Okay, so I'm going to switch to Mario. Please, not literally, requested Mario. The Toads work hard to maintain them.
Toads and Koopas,
Corrected Bowser.
you people always forget their efforts.
It would be easier to tell them apart if you don't dispatch so many of them to kidnap me constantly.
Countered Peach as she approached.
Oh, hi, Peach.
Bowser grinned to her.
Did you come to watch me beat Mario in this tournament?
What? No! I came to win, same as everyone else.
Declared Peach.
And if you try anything funny or cheat, so help me, I'll make sure you regret it myself.
Whoa, hey, easy.
Bowser raised his hands.
Wario and Waluigi are the big cheaters, not me.
How was the bus ride with them? Mario smirked as Bowser shuddered and sank down. That fun?
Wario doesn't bathe. I'm convinced he does not have any sense of hygiene.
Is there a plot?
I was wondering, it's like, yeah, you want to start a story, start it in the middle, or the night before in the hotel where everybody's just breaking off into subgroups and talking shit.
Are you just
Because
learning that?
When does this begin?
You should be completely concerned about that.
Bowser stomped the ground.
You're the one that invites him places.
Mario invites practically everyone everywhere to everything all the time, pointed out Rosalina. He even invited you to this golf tournament, did he not?
Well, Peach must have insisted on it.
Actually, I begged him not to.
Disclosed Peach.
Oh, I just wanted one tournament where you weren't shouting and yelling and making such a fuss.
What about cheering for you?
Please don't. Ever. Mama Peach, that's so mean. Enough with that title already.
Complained Peach. She twisted around to Mario.
This is exactly why I didn't want
Like
to
she did the
invite them.
twist?
Why did you have to?
Isn't it better to have everyone try to get along and have fun than leave someone out and risk them come in to wreck it all anyway? Mario waited as Peach lowered her eyes on him. What?
Oh, this is Daisy. Hey, Peach!
Everyone turned to Daisy, waving at Peach from the receptionist's desk.
What was the account number for the rooms that we booked? I gave that to you 2 hours ago. Yeah, but... Wait, you did? Oh, Daisy.
Peach massaged her temples and made her way up to the receptionists.
I apologize. Please allow me to take over for her. No way! I was totally getting ahead of Wario and Waluigi checking in.
Bowser scratched his head while Peach and Daisy debated at the desk, leaving the Toad there to turn to his co-workers and mouth, "Help me," to them.
Bowser.
They can be more competitive than I can.
He realized. "Sire, I believe I am some bad news," reported Kamek, coming over from the receptionist. "This hotel has very specific security protocols, and they somehow mixed up all of our room orders while informing me that it's impossible to switch them around.
Why's that?
Apparently they're overbooked, and all of our luggage has been delivered to the respective rooms that we've been assigned." Kamek adjusted his spectacles. "The young master has been assigned to my room instead of yours." Junior. Junior placed his fists on his hips and turned away.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Bowser shrugged.
Junior can stick with you, while Boo and I can just bunk together. We've teamed up before, nothing new.
Ours weren't the only room orders they mixed up, clarified Kamek. Boo is set to be in the same room as Yoshi.
Wait, what?
Bowser tilted his head.
They're not even from the same group. What gives?
This is what's been taking so long, explained Kamek. He turned to Mario. You'd better get up there as well. It happened for pretty much all of us. Mario and Rosalina exchanged puzzled expressions and started up towards the desks with Bowser's group. Glancing back to the still trembling Luigi, Mario plucked up his brother's hand and guided him over behind Peach, digging her hands through her hair.
Be some kind of mistake,
insisted Peach.
Specific reservations and room combinations.
Francis. Were you doing Toads?
Afraid there's nothing that we can do.
The Toad receptionist typed at his computer and shook his head. We don't have any feasible way to rearrange everyone.
May I speak with your manager? I am the manager.
Oh!
I think that's supposed to be the same Toad saying that he's the manager.
I don't know.
Peach tapped at her cheek.
So that's what that feels like.
She shook her head.
Still, wouldn't trading rooms around just be a simple fix?
Yeah, I guess you
we
can
had a
make
very
it whoever you
problematic security incident the last time we allowed for that.
want. Clarified the manager.
I do sincerely apologize, and I'm aware of who you are, but I'm afraid that I cannot fix this.
Come on!
protested Daisy.
How bad could it have been?
The 4th and 8th floors are still under quarantine.
Okay, that bad.
Daisy rubbed behind her neck.
Sorry, Peach. Guess you'll be bunking with Birdo instead.
Will I be with someone unusual as well? Rosalina drifted behind Daisy, who spun around and grinned at her.
You're with me. Isn't that great?
Oh my, murmured Rosalina. A bit louder, she added, Yes, that's wonderful.
Oh, does that mean even Luigi and I got separated?
Mario frowned.
We're brothers. Brothers!
Technical glitch when we ordered the rooms.
Explained Peach.
Wario has been paired with Donkey Kong. He was arguing with Waluigi, who ended up alone.
Wait, then who the hell am I rooming with?
Bowser glared at the manager.
The only ones that are left?
Toad is...
Oh,
Mr. Bowser Koopa? King Bowser Koopa! Yes, right.
deadpanned the Toad.
Anyway, according to our reservation, you'll be rooming with... Oh!
Oh?
Sir, you'll be with Mario.
The Toad turned to Mario and bowed his head.
Our deepest condolences. What?
Bowser slammed a fist against the desk.
You're sticking me with Mario? Of all people?
It could be Wario, mumbled Kamek.
Okay, fair.
Briefly relented Bowser. Then he fired right back up.
But seriously, Mario? You couldn't put me with my own son? Actually, we're rather pleased that he ended up with his caretaker as opposed to a stranger.
Pointed out the manager Toad. Very quietly, he added.
Or someone less capable of handling him. Why couldn't you rearrange the rooms anyway?
Bowser gripped his horns.
If you're going to stick me with someone outside of my party, at least make it Peach. Per the princess's request, we kept the rooms separated by gender intentionally. Huh?
There were 4 women invited here.
Pointed out Peach.
I wasn't going to run a chance for any of us to get paired off wrong.
Well, that request went through, but not our actual roommates?
That does seem a bit odd. We better get to the bottom of this. If we don't get to the bottom of this mix-up in this chapter...
The race of stakes, the ice machine's going to be broken. Like what? Oh, they're out of towels. Dun, dun, dun. What is this about?
I'm going to just skim this for a little bit here.
They're bantering.
Are we at least on the same floors? No, blah, blah, blah. And you seriously can't just let us trade rooms? No, authorization, blah, blah. His smile opposed Bowser's agape mouth.
Come on.
How bad was this incident? Luigi rubbed under his nose. And how long ago did it happen? 5 months ago. What? We got to learn about the past time that they mixed up rooms? It only gets worse. Your room only has 1 bed. Oh, what?
Seriously?
Oh, wow.
Boo wasn't supposed to have a bed, but he ended up in Yoshi's room, clarified Kamek. So, wait, was that my room originally? To me and to our systems, these are your original rooms, insisted the manager. There's no way. We can collect your luggage and dispatch you from the tournament quite swiftly if you'd prefer, offered the Toad. Papa, come on, Junior tugged at Bowser's arm. I don't want to be stuck against everyone by myself. Growling and seething, Bowser snorted smoke from his nostrils and yanked himself from the desk. Fine, whatever. He stomped off from the desk. Stupid hotel, stupid rules.
God. This just keeps going.
Yeah, I think I saw that it was like 6,000 words.
Oh. How do you
Okay.
type this? And
Room
just like,
four.
yeah, this, I'm on fire right now. Just plowing ahead. Like, oh, this is good stuff. Like, how is this fun to write?
So let's
You
just
do
zip ahead
anything.
to.
Do anything.
This has actually been pretty fun. Mario glanced back and smiled. I hope you had a great day.
I guess it wasn't so bad.
He blinked as Mario's smile faded.
Okay. It was
Is it-
good.
Did you go to
I
the
had
very
fun,
end?
too.
Yeah, this is how it all turns out. This is the happy ending. He exhaled as Mario grinned
Hold on.
again.
No. Let's at least get to Mario and Bowser have to bunk together.
Now, remind me, Bowser is like a turtle?
Well,
What the
yeah,
hell?
like a giant
Okay.
spiky turtle guy. Yeah.
Well, if Mario gets the bed, Turtle gets the tub because he's a turtle. Issue closed.
But where the hell? Okay, they're chucking pillows at each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to see that.
Yeah, it doesn't get sexy.
Okay,
Okay,
so
As I'm visualizing, it's very sexy.
We're brothers. Mario shook his head. Never mind. I guess sharing is too difficult for you. Are you there? Can you like...
No, I don't know where that is. This is
Well, just Control F.
We're Brothers.
We're brothers.
What's not?
Bowser lurched up. What was that? Sharing is... Mario paused for a moment and then smirked. It's beyond you?
Oh, you don't think I can understand sharing, is that it?
Bowser snorted.
Look, just because I don't do it often doesn't mean that I don't know how.
I don't know, debated Mario. Does that qualify as debate? I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen you do it. He chuckled and shook his head. That's okay, though. I won't tell.
You seriously think that I can't?
Bowser grabbed Mario's overall straps.
Get over
We're
it.
going to share these pants. I'll show you how I share like hell.
Dragging Mario around, Bowser dropped him down on the other side of the bed. He growled and pushed pillows over to Mario, and then whipped his tail around, smacking the blankets between them.
There, you have part of the bed too.
He snorted.
See, I can share just fine.
Bowser waited for a moment as Mario readjusted his cap. He blinked and grumbled as his head lowered and shoulders lifted. Mario chuckled as Bowser narrowed his eyes on him.
Clever plumber boy. Very clever.
If you really want me to, I can try to squish down on the floor, offered Mario.
No, you tricked me enough for that much, so you might as well stay there.
Decided Bowser.
But now you owe me one, so you have to order room service and pay for it. Ha 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 ha.
Don't you want to go out for dinner?
What, do I look like I'm seeking a date from this?
Bowser rolled his eyes.
As if.
If Peach offered,
Did she?
she didn't make it very clear to you in the lobby, did she?
There's always hope for her.
Insisted Bowser.
After all, she can always change her mind.
Because kidnapping her, attacking her kingdom, and generally never apologizing for any of it, all while treating her as an object mostly for her looks, is exactly what she would want from a partner, listed Mario. He smirked as Bowser fumed. Sorry, did I strike a nerve?
What an ass.
With a roar, Bowser lunged across the bed and dove at How big is the bed? Who jumped aside and onto the pillows. Flames boiled from Bowser's mouth, and he towered over his nemesis.
Screw keeping this room together. I'm not dealing with that kind of bad-mouthing for no reason.
He snarled and slammed a fist at Mario, sending him flying across the bed.
I don't care if you're right. You don't have to be so nasty about it.
Okay. I admit that was uncalled for, forfeited Mario. I'm sorry.
But you are right.
Bowser deflated and sank down.
She's never going to like me, and she didn't even want me here.
No, but you came anyway, so that was nice of you, determined Mario. After all, a lot of Koopas and Goombas love to watch you join in sports, so it's good to include you too.
What, you invited me for higher ratings?
Bowser flopped over.
How nice.
That's not why, but it does help,
allowed Mario.
Also, I didn't want to cause trouble, so including you was the best way to mitigate that.
Ha!
Honestly, though, I think it's nicer when you tag along for sports, and we can all enjoy ourselves without going too overboard with the fighting and bashing, insisted Mario. I think it's better when we can all have fun together. Shouldn't we always strive for that kind of peace?
Do you have to be so preachy and nice? Ugh.
Bowser dropped a pillow over his head.
I'm supposed to hate you when you're making it difficult.
That's the point.
No!
Pulling it away, Bowser tossed the pillow at Mario's face instead.
Anyway, get your shoes off the bed. You've probably checked mud and dirt all over the place.
Hey, I wasn't adventuring today,
contested Mario.
They're not that dirty, I'm pretty sure.
Still, he took off his boots to comply.
Well, you at least have a sense of hygiene, so that's true,
admitted Bowser.
What were we doing again?
Coming to a sense of mutual respect and understanding?
I already respect you, man, because you're my number one rival, alive without question,
asserted Bowser.
No one's allowed to claim you for their own besides me.
That sounds rather possessive.
Hush up!
Bowser folded his arms.
I don't have a problem, and I can quit anytime I want.
Really?
Mario grinned.
If you do, it'll be a lot easier inviting you out to events.
Quit that! I was joking!
Bowser groaned.
You're hopeless, you know that?
Makes two of us,
teased Mario.
Yeah.
Bowser sighed.
I just want...
What?
Nothing.
You can tell me.
No, it makes me sound weak.
Please.
No!
Can't wait for 15 more paragraphs of this.
Bowser chucked another pillow at Mario, bopping him in the head.
Now go order us food. I'm hungry.
Fine.
Mario crawled across the bed and over Bowser's leg, picking up the phone and the menus on the end table.
Just so you know, though, I can't afford a lot right now.
What?
I just got my 100th coin and it turned into an extra life.
No, it doesn't actually say that, unfortunately.
That would be clever or interesting.
This reservation cost a lot.
That wouldn't just be two characters no-butting each other.
This reservation cost a lot. Peach.
Oh, Peach didn't just pay for you?
She didn't pay for anyone besides herself.
Mario raised an eyebrow at Bowser.
Didn't you read about how we all had to pay for our own rooms?
Like what, in the paper?
I don't know. In the manual.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I thought that was for my group and Wario, not you.
He growled.
You know what? Give me that.
Bowser snatched the menu.
You're still chipping in, but I'm starving and I'm getting what I want.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, whatever.
Bowser held the menu in front of his reddened face.
I'm still clobbering you tomorrow.
Maybe you will, but I'm not going to make it so easy.
Good, you better not.
Mario chuckled and looked over another menu. Now it's a fan fiction. Now
Yep.
somebody's
Everyone's
chuckled.
chuckling.
While Bowser quietly peeked out from behind his, he watched as Mario hummed and happily looked over the options, unconsciously brushing at his mustache a bit too. Bowser lowered his eyes, but shook his head and glared back at the menu. Roughly exhaling, he threw the menu down.
Why don't you hate me?
Huh?
You heard me.
Bowser folded his arms.
We're enemies. Even you would agree to that, and yet you don't hate me. Why?
Well, you're not a terrible Koopa overall, determined Mario. You just do some terrible things.
Some light kidnapping.
Yeah. But that doesn't make you a lost cause.
After literally everything that I've done, you can still push that out of your mouth?
Sure. I think that with some changes to your goals in life, you might actually be putting... Why is this hard? You might actually be pretty nice. And I'd like to be friends someday. Bowser frowned and his mouth parted a bit as he stared at Mario, who smiled to him for a moment, but then returned his attention to his menu.
Do you really hate me all that much?
That's gotta be Mario saying that.
Oh, okay.
Do you really hate me all that much?
I hate that you interrupt my plans all of the time,
Bowser rubbed his chin and thought for a moment.
but you for who you are, no, I don't hate you.
That's good, because sharing a bed might be more awkward if you did hate me.
Did you have to put it like that?
Bowser groaned and forced the menu back in front of his face.
Just for that, I'm making sure that we spend the last of your coins.
Okay, that's fair, relented
I'm
Mario.
ordering something with lots of beans in it.
Besides, I can go adventuring for more again after this tournament.
Are you always this stupidly optimistic?
Bowser looked to
You can
Mario
get
again.
more coins in Mario Land. What kind of optimism?
Did you do nothing gets you down for long?
Nothing gets you down for long, huh?
Nope.
Jeez. Huh. But I can respect that.
Decided Bowser.
Okay, give me the phone. I'm ordering.
Wait, but I'm not sure what I want.
Something with spaghetti, I'm sure.
That's a mean. Mario puffed out his cheek. And I was eyeing the pizza this time.
It's always either mushrooms or some combination of cheese sauce and carbs for you.
You know what this is missing? A laugh track.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get a soundboard set up.
We gotta get a laugh track soundboard. Just a second.
Not always, weakly defended Mario. Well, what are you getting?
What are you?
Only delicious dishes.
Bowser winked to Mario.
Want me to share?
Is that sincere, or are you going to give me... Hang on. Mario cleared his throat for his impersonation. Are you going to go... too bad, bwahaha, over that? Are you going to go, too bad, bwahaha? I don't know how to do Mario doing Bowser.
That's why you are not a successful actor.
I know.
Huh. That was pretty good.
Complimented Bowser.
But no, oh, hold on. Whoop, 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 whoop.
What?
Hup.
What?
Okay,
What's happening right now?
sorry, okay, I was...
Place?
My computer windows got all screwed up.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
But no.
wait a minute. Crap.
I'll just take over till you get back. But no,
Okay.
I was actually goofing on your trick earlier and being sincere. Oh, Mario beamed. Then yeah, let's share. Stars, you're easy to please. I'm not. Mario placed his hands on his hips, but then dropped his shoulders. Okay, yeah, I can be. Ha! Ah, there you go. Bowser picked up the phone.
Okay, come here and let's order.
A few hours later, Bowser and Mario flopped back on the bed and groaned, clutching their stomachs. Empty food containers were scattered across the table, and a couple had fallen to the floor. This was the worst idea ever, complained Mario.
Everything was delicious, but at a terrible cost.
Wait, I have a question.
Costs.
The food containers. Wait, are they in the restaurant? But they're eating out of
they got
to-go
it delivered
containers.
to their hotel room, I think.
Okay. All right. Very good.
You've got prices weren't that bad, I think.
Oh, prices weren't that bad.
Speak for yourself.
Talking.
Come on.
Wait, I thought you could find more coins in Mario Land.
Yeah, by adventure.
Money grows on the trees.
Adventure.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Bowser groaned and gripped his stomach.
Why did I let you talk me into this?
It was your idea.
Then you should have talked me out of it.
Bowser dropped his head back on the pillow.
Do we have a bathroom in here?
Over there. What was that?
Not what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a bathroom over there?
Perfect. I don't need it yet, but... Ugh.
Okay.
Well, it's a hotel room, and he doesn't know where the bathroom is. It's the one that's not the closet. Just there can't be that many doors.
The Koopa King rolled aside.
You're supposed to be the impulse control between the two of us.
Why would you think I have any? Mario threw his hands up. I eat all of the time.
So do I.
Sorry.
So do I.
Bowser belched and clasped his mouth shut for a moment.
That was so gross.
Are you trying to play a laugh track?
I am.
It's like cutting out, so it's like...
Yeah, I think it's noise reduction, something or other.
Probably.
Thinks it, yeah. Boy.
Okay, I've heard worse. Mario burped next and giggled. See?
Seriously?
Bowser laughed.
That wasn't gross. That was cute.
Was not. Mario blushed as he rolled over and buried his face into the pillow. What the time is it anyway?
You eat all the time, remember?
Wait.
Managed Bowser.
I locked the door already, so let's just go to sleep.
Okay.
Lazily tossing his hat and gloves onto the nightstand, Mario sighed and cuddled under the blankets. Bowser took off his collar and armbands, tossing them onto the other end table. He rolled over. I like the attention to detail here.
Yeah. I visualized it. Yeah. I see his little spiky collar sitting on the end table. That's nice.
I don't think he's ever in canon been without them, but he rolled over and wrapped his arm over Mario, sighing out. Okay. As Mario's eyes widened.
Shut up and don't question it.
I wasn't,
Yes, you were.
argued Bowser. He grumbled and leaned tighter into Mario.
If I'm going into a food coma, I'm getting my need for love and affection out on someone.
Don't quite follow that logic.
What?
Damn it! I wasn't going to own up to that.
Bowser groaned into the pillow.
Just forget that you heard that, or swear not to tell anyone, please.
I won't.
Good. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Mario chuckled and patted Bowser's arm.
You have a firm grip.
Hush, don't make it weird.
Bowser picked his head up
Don't make
and
it weird.
Why does your hair smell nice?
It does?
Oh, stars, now I made it weird.
Maybe it doesn't have to be.
Mario shrugged.
We can just, be relaxing and enjoying some downtime before the big tournament tomorrow.
Nope, it's too late.
Bowser sighed.
This is definitely weird.
Well, do I at least make a good bedtime buddy?
I hate you.
Mario laughed as Bowser stifled laughter of his own. Shortly, they settled down again.
Hey, Bowser? This has actually been pretty fun.
Mario glanced back and smiled.
I hope you had a great day.
I guess it wasn't so bad.
He blinked as Mario's smile faded.
Okay, it was good. I had fun too.
He exhaled as Mario grinned again.
You're
You
a
side
special
out.
kind-
What was that?
I was just saying, don't you mean side outwardly
Yes. He sighed.
instead of exhale? Side out.
You're a special kind of evil all your own, you know that?
Sometimes I can be.
Mario laughed.
Good night, Bowser.
Good night, Mario.
They waited a moment as Bowser cuddled closer into Mario, and both gazed out the window at the starry night sky. They whispered a few more words together before they fell fast asleep, still wrapped up together. They're doing the lost in translation there. Downstairs in the lobby the next morning, Peach tapped her foot while Daisy paced around and Yoshi watched. Rosalina and Birdo chattered a bit with one another, but everyone stopped as Luigi stumbled from the stairs.
Are you okay?
Daisy tilted her head.
Diddy Kong is one of the most unsafe roommates imaginable.
Murmured Luigi as he flopped onto the nearest lobby couch.
He has too much energy.
You're one to talk, muttered Kamek from a nearby chair while Junior scurried around the lobby, chasing the cackling Boo around. Before anyone could question Luigi again, Mario and Bowser exited the stairwell, whispering and laughing together. Forcing themselves to stop, they both blushed as everyone stared at them and stepped away from one another.
Anyway, I'm definitely crushing you today, Mario.
Bowser folded his arms.
So, get ready for it. I'm getting so many under par, you'll be seeing all the wrong birdies and stars instead.
Sure. Mario smiled. See you on the courses.
Quit being so damn chipper.
Bowser picked up his head and glared at his son and minions.
Junior, Kamek, Boo, let's get a move on.
Golf isn't about speed either.
Mumbled Luigi as he dropped his face back onto the couch pillow. Bowser and his party stormed out, but not before he took one last look back at Mario. Blushing a bit, he twisted around and hurried out from the hotel. Mario chuckled and approached his friends. Peach and Rosalina approached first. What was that all about?
Is everything all right, Mario?
I think so. Okay, I guess that was Rosalina asking.
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Mario smiled. Come on, let's go tee off.
Wait, you didn't have a terrible night with Bowser?
Daisy raised an eyebrow.
How did you manage that one?
Knowing Mario as I do now, determined Rosalina, I would imagine that he simply befriended Bowser.
No way!
Insisted Peach.
Well, then again,
She turned back to Mario.
what did happen?
It was just a night off. Mario chuckled. He's not so bad when he's not being bad,
Impossible!
insisted Peach.
But enough of that. Let's go tee off before Daisy explodes from her excitement. Oh yeah, come on, let's get out there.
Daisy pumped her fists and threw them up. Look out.
Look out, golfing superstars. Daisy's taking the gold on this one. Hi, I'm Daisy. Those aren't even... Oh, I give up.
Managed Luigi as he pushed himself up. Laughing as they hurried outside, Mario and his friends darted off for the first hole of the golf course, meeting the other players out there. When no one else was looking, Bowser and Mario flashed smiles at one another. Even if it didn't last, it was a different kind of day.
Oh my god.
All right.
That was like the Wonder Years ending. Oh, it happened one month.
Another cute.
That
and
was
sad
really something. That was
Bowsario story for all your Bowsario needs.
Oh, for the Bowsario shippers.
Oh my god. He says, honestly, if I had more time and didn't lose power today, I might not have rushed it along. But it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. We could barely keep up. Breakneck pace.
Original.
Nothing happened. They spooned the end. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we skipped like
Yeah,
a
but
third of it.
he had a lot more to reveal about the hotel check-in process.
There was so much of that. So much checking.
Yep. No, I was joking. But he actually says, originally I was going to reveal that one of the hotel staff members purposely mixed up the groups. So to see what would happen because they were mischievous. But it works without that.
Okay, yeah, because then I'd have to know why the hotel staff member cares, and in the greater universe, are these people famous golfers / go-kart racers in universe, and that's why the bellhop or whoever decided to play hijinks, because I know these famous like each other. Let's put them together. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking about it too much.
This was the author's first use of Wario, Waluigi, and the Kongs. Did you like it?
They were barely in it, right? I mean, they were in the lobby.
Put their names into the fic technically.
Okay.
They're just background characters, so not too great, really. But it was fun using them officially somewhere.
All right.
Wonder if there's any Lake Wobegon fan fiction.
I kind of
There's
like
gotta be
doing
one.
a last sort of wild card to end with, like just where we pick one on the fly, and you don't know what you're going to get because, yeah, I like the really, really bad ones.
Except that was, oh, we're gonna have to,
I mean,
we're gonna have to put some sort of procedures in place to prevent that from ever happening again.
I would love it. I would love that to happen. Just
Okay.
question all of existence. What is a story?